Hey, everybody. Can you hear me? Hello? Can everybody hear me? Oh, there it goes. Gotta mute myself. All right, there we are. All right. Hey guys, welcome to the Store Scavenger. I'm James. For those of you that are new here, I am a newbie into this storage auction business. I just started a few months ago and I'm having a blast. I've been having a great time getting to know everybody here in the community. I had the fortunate pleasure of being invited up to Grimes's this last weekend. Turn it down a little bit, please. Uh, Sorry, my wife was listening in the other room. She's got the kids right now. And she had it so loud it was picking up on my mic. So, but I had a great opportunity to go see Grimes, and Jeremy Hales was there. And it's been an awesome weekend. It was an awesome time. Thank you guys so much for coming and supporting our channel, helping us to grow, helping us to get there. This has been a really, really great blessing for me and my family, and we really appreciate y'all's support. So, um, I'm gonna do open it up for some questions and answers. If y'all want to know about me, my story, for those of you that don't know, okay, I'm married. I have two kids. My daughter has a brain deformity, so she was born with a very rare brain malformation, and so she's severely disabled. She was given about a month to live after birth, or 6 months to live, and she just turned 6 years old. So she's been a great blessing for us. Um, and so that's actually part of what led me to getting into this business and to doing this stuff. And it's rough dealing, juggling everything with her. But hi, Mama G. Hi, Granny Doe. Thank y'all for coming. Um, but because of her difficulties, I had to get to where I was self-employed. Working for somebody else just wasn't working for us. So that was part of what led us and gave me the drive to do everything I had to do to get here. And so that's part of our story, who we are. I also have an 8-month-old son. Uh, he's cute as a button. I'm sorry, Granny Doe, because I gave you one. Thank you, Life After. I appreciate that. Yeah, Life After was there with us at Grimes's this weekend. He got to meet my kids. And so, yeah, but it's been a great time. We've been having a lot of fun. And I started with a $10 locker. I started a few months ago with a $10 locker. We flipped it. We turned around. We started buying more. Bought another one. Bought another one. At the time, I was employed at a prison, and things were not going very well there. So we got out of there a little bit faster than we had intended, but it's been a great ride. And if I had still been working at the prison, I would have been at work last weekend. I wouldn't have been able to get up to Justin's, and I would have missed that opportunity. And that was part of what led me to leaving, was because I was passing up opportunities. Hi, Danny May. Thank you for coming. It just came out. We just started. Yeah. Thank you, Sin. She has been a great blessing. It's been amazing, really. She was um, given very low chances of survival. She does have some major problems. One of the things that Justin brought up when we decided to do this whole challenge with the thrift store challenge that we did, uh, we um, what was I going to say? Oh, when we did this, he brought up that he wanted to donate the proceeds to the Scottish Rite Hospital in Dallas. What he didn't know is that my daughter is actually a patient at the station at the Scottish Rite Hospital. A lot of her doctors and several of her specialists are at the Scottish Rite Hospital in Dallas. So we were all on board with supporting them in any way we can because of all the stuff that they do for us. So that's one of the things that we're doing. If you haven't gone, James, if you got, I think I shared the link earlier. If you've got the link to the auction for the What the Hales auction that's starting this Thursday at Dallas Online Auction Block, share that in the comments. All the stuff that we got in our setup is going on auction on Thursday. It's going to be part of the What the Hales auction that Justin's starting this Thursday. So make sure you guys check that out. And of course, only bid on the items that are tagged for Team Grimes because we don't want the What the Hales guys to win. So yeah, we got to make sure the Team Grimes stuff wins. I'm going to do some unboxing. I've got 3-4 bags here out of a storage unit. This storage unit has been amazing so far, and I haven't gone through these yet. One of them I peeked into because it was open, so I kind of know what's in it already. So I'm going to go ahead and share that one here in a few minutes. But we're going to do some unboxing. We're going to go through some stuff. I've found designer clothes already. I found computer parts. I found a whole case earlier of just earlier today. We were filming some stuff, and I found a whole case of brand new in the box vapes. So it's been a weird find. I found a whole case of Hot Wheels, and these aren't brand new Hot Wheels. These are from the early 90s and late 80s. And it's a whole case of them. I don't know if they were collector or what, but there's a whole bunch. Live After, I had talked to him earlier today, and he said he's going to be putting it in as its own lots. So there's going to be a lot added to the What the Hales section that's for Team Grimes and stuff, and there's a lot that's going to be added for the Team Hale stuff on the What the Hales auction that's already going on. Okay, I'll email you that afterwards, Life After. I'll get with you after that. So thank you, James. But we've been having a blast. So this locker that we're going through, man, we found designer clothes, we found Hot Wheels, we found computer parts, I've found phones already. So I've got some stuff we're going to go through here. We're going to do some live unboxing real quick. I've got several things, and stay tuned to the end. I've got a special giveaway that we're going to do that came out of this unit. It's probably one of the best finds I've had yet. So, all right. This one right here, it looks like it's a computer case, and it is a Nomadic brand. It's a really high quality looking case. And y'all see that Prosperous Caregivers? That's actually one of our other channels, and that's my wife on that one. So say hi to her. That's Jessica. She's actually in the other room with the kids at the moment, so she's listening in. Let's see how this thing unzips. All right. Ooh, cool. So I opened it up, and right here, that's just some paperwork. It says Stealth Angel Survival Kit. Let's see what's in it. Look at that. Can y'all see that? There we are. It's got a compass. It's got a fire starter. That's a cool little kit. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. They think packed this thing. Ooh, glasses case. Let's see. See what's in the glasses case. Ray-Bans? No, it'd be a Ray-Bans case if it was Ray-Bans. Oh, that's not glasses. Looks like so. Oh, I think those are memory chips for computers. So we've been finding a lot of computer parts in this unit. So those are cool. We'll have to look those up. I don't even know how to test these, see if they're any good. But I got a whole bunch of memory chips right there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of them. Any of you guys know computer parts? Infineon. I don't know if that's a good brand or not. So that's cool. Yep, laptop memory chips. Hey, Fat Man the Flipper. Thank you for coming, guy. I gotta give a shout out to Fat Man the Flipper too. Bad Boys of Reselling. If y'all hadn't have opened up our live, I wouldn't have connected with Grimes, and I wouldn't have connected with Jeremy Hale. And that was one of my goals. My goal was by this time next year, I would be big enough to connect with Grimes and Jeremy Hales, and possibly maybe start communicating with them and doing some kind of collab with them. And y'all giving me the exposure, y'all inviting us to take over y'all's live the other night gave me the opportunity to do it a lot faster. So thank you so much. That's been awesome, guys. This has been an amazing ride. And see, I do know how to talk, Alex. I'm talking a lot more here. These look like hard drives for laptops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. 5 laptop hard drives. Oh man, oh man, oh man. A Dell. It's an Inspiron Mini 1018. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Huh? Yes, I have light. I moved to a different room where I'm not up against a wall and I actually have my camera lights that I use. Now, power's dead on this one, but I'm going to try to charge it up, see if it'll work. But that's pretty cool. That's a laptop. Hey, even if it doesn't work, I can still sell it for parts. So that's a really good find. A Nikon box. Looks like it's an adapter. It's got a USB adapter. It plugs in. It's a neck box, NCK box team, is what it says. So, pretty cool little find there. Oh, man. Got the next pocket. Oh, man. A second laptop. I've got 2 laptops in one bag. Don't drop it. This one's an HP Pavilion. It's an old one. It's running Windows XP, so it's probably a little outdated. But we'll check that out and see if it works. So I got 2 laptops right here. Yeah, this is what this whole unit's been like. It's like I get into something and then I'm just like, oh my God, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. What else am I going to find in this unit? I only paid $100 for this unit. $100. And that was because somebody else was bidding against me because he wanted the furniture in it. And the furniture wasn't that good. Ooh. We got. Ooh. This one's even got a price tag on it. $49.99. Sweet. It's a Bariska 10 by 42 binoculars. Man, oh man, oh man. Little knife sharpener. Not everything can be gold. Yeah, the bag itself is really cool, Danny Mae. I like this bag. I may have to keep this bag. It's been, oh my gosh. I got almost done. So I got 2 laptops. I got the computer parts. I got a tablet that has been smashed. I don't know if you can see that. It's all spider web. Pink. Oh well. And then, ooh, look at this. It's got our favorite little symbol on the back. It's an iPad. Sweet. So 2 tablets, 2 laptops, all the computer parts. This bag alone more than pays for the unit. And I've had several bags like this on the unit already. So make sure y'all check out our video that's coming out tomorrow, where we're going to be showing some of the stuff we found in this unit. We found designer shoes. We found designer clothes. I found a bag of Nike clothes that were all brand new, still had the tags on them. So it's been a cool little bag here. All right. Yeah, sometimes it was hard to break in a word edgewise, Fat Man. You guys were talking a lot. So one of the great things about being in the kitchen and sitting at the kitchen table is I get to sit right next to the coffee pot. And if anybody that used to work with me knows, I don't go anywhere without a cup of coffee. Speaking of coffee, y'all like that coffee mug? Look at that. It looks like it was one that like collapsed in the kiln or something, but I just think it's cool. That's another storage locker find. I actually found that one in the jewelry locker. I decided to keep it. The one that I'm unbagging right now, it was $100. Who? Oh. Now this one is a Samsonite suitcase. It's on rollers. It's a pretty nice suitcase by itself. It's got a few pulls and wears on it, but it's a pretty good suitcase. There's something in there. I'm gonna have to move up a little bit so we can see what we got. $7.20. All right, front pocket's empty. That one's empty. Empty. Oh. Make sure there's no personal papers there. It could. It depends on if those electronics work. If they work, then yeah, it will. If they don't work, then if I have to sell them for parts, then they may not. Let's see. There's another zipper around here somewhere. How does this thing open? That doesn't open it. Ah, there we go. There we go. We'll figure it out. Let's see. Oh, yay. Everybody's favorite. Clothes. Anything cool worth looking at? Natura. No, not really. This one's just somebody's clothes. That's the thing. With suitcases, sometimes it'll be clothes, sometimes it'll be something else. Yeah, all these electronics, guys, once I've researched them and find out what they are, they'll be going up on my eBay. So make sure y'all go and check out my eBay store and follow it so you'll get the updates when that stuff comes out. This one's actually pretty cool. It's a High Sierra. I don't know if you can see that branding on there. It's a High Sierra. And this thing is huge. Right in the front. Ooh, somebody's big nasty underwear. That's a good start. Ooh. There we go. Texas tested Nike. It says Texas tested Nike football. It's a pretty cool shirt. Everybody's favorite, or at least one of mine, Batman. Belt, clothes, clothes, clothes. Not good clothes either. Yeah, most of that's just regular clothes. Nothing special. Mostly just knockoffs and Walmart stuff. That's all right. That stuff will still sell at the flea market. Oh, everybody's least favorite. No, cigarettes. Ooh, what do we got here? More clothes. Oh, man. This is what happens when we go live. We can't find treasure in every box. Clothes, clothes, clothes. This is the reality of what we find in 90% of what we look at. What we show on our videos is about maybe 10%. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Oakley hat. 90% of what we find is just normal everyday stuff, though. It's not all the cool stuff that we show on the videos. See if there's any cool shirts in here. And that's about it. Hi, Brian Oaks. How are you doing today? Pilfer. You don't have to be paranoid. Oh, moved my hole. Huh? I I actually, people that know me actually kind of think it's kind of crazy that I do all this because I have a severe anxiety problem, and especially social anxiety. I get really anxious when I'm around other people, and actually, that's actually one of the other areas that Justin's been helping me work on. So, um, and you just have to be willing to put yourself out there and keep trying. Oh. Hi, Danny. Oh, more close. Well, oh, this one's kind of falling apart. More socks, more underwear. Ooh, there's some nice dress shirts. Let's see if they're any good. Ooh, Van Heusen's. I like the Van Heusen shirts. Some people like them, some people don't. They do decent on resale. They're not high dollar, but they do decent. Um, I don't know this brand. And Alexander Julian. That's purple. And another Van Heusen. I do pretty good on Van Heusens. I like the Van Heusens. Usually, what I'll do is I'll resell the nicer clothes and all the cheaper stuff. I'll put it out at the flea market once or twice, and then I'll donate it to the Goodwill or some of the charities in our area. Another Van Heusen. So, what does this one say? Deep Eddy Vodka. Deep Eddy Vodka. Any vodka drinkers out there? Not me. I, that's one thing I have in common with Jeremy. I don't drink. I won't say I never drank, but I don't. Negan Sluggers. I have no idea. Anyway, so there's one, two, three. That's it. That's all of my unbaggings that I was gonna do tonight. So, we found some clothes. We got some more decent clothes, but we didn't find the computer prep stuff. So, that's always a great find. And that's kind of actually the way it goes. You go through maybe a dozen boxes and maybe one or two of them have some really good stuff in it. So, you're preaching to the choir. What about Maureen? Which thing did I say am I preaching to the choir over? Good night, Danny. My wife. Oh, okay. All right. So that was fun. We got to do some unbagging. Um, does anybody here? I know you guys do. A lot of you guys do storage units. Am I the only one that's like weird and finds things to keep myself in perspective in units? Uh, I just asked because I want to show y'all something. Now, this isn't mine. Well, it is now technically, but let's see if I can get a good focus on that. I carry that in my pocket every day. It's a 3-month sobriety token. It's somebody was in AA, and I found this token in my very first unit, and I carry it in my pocket every day to remind me of the stories, to remind me of the people who had these units before us. It helps keep me humble and helps me to keep it in perspective of what we're doing and some of the struggles that some of these people have been through. So that's just something I do. I'm weird, but I just thought that was something. But I find something out of every unit that kind of reminds me of the unit, but usually not something that's super expensive because well I want to sell that stuff usually. So um, I got another cool find if I can find it over here. Yeah, if anybody's got any questions for me, for my wife, feel free to ask any questions y'all have. This is kind of supposed to be Q&A. Um, Thank you, Granny. That's awesome, Mama G. Yeah, I worked for the last 6 years in a prison. I was in the security side, but in that prison, we were a private facility, and we were actually a drug and alcohol treatment program. Uh, Everybody in our facility, all of the inmates had made parole, but a condition of their parole was completing our drug and alcohol treatment program that we did. Um, and I've been sober for almost 20 years now. So, um, I'm about 36 minutes smoke free, Granny. I do drink, I don't smoke. Or I do smoke, I don't drink. Yeah, let's get that straight. I do smoke, I don't drink. Um, but I also found this. This is something else I found the other day. And I said earlier I had something I wanted to give away. I'm actually giving this away. I thought about keeping this for myself. It's cool. And those of us that do videos, this thing is a lifesaver. I don't know if you can see it. It's a Lacy 2 terabyte external hard drive. And oh, I just dropped the cord. Hold on. Right there is the cord. It's a Type C. Huh? It depends. I kind of went crazy last week, and on the public storage auction last week, I bought 5 units. Now, one of them, if you saw my stolen treasures video, that's one of the lockers we got at the public storage auction. There was only like 4 items in the locker, so it only took us a few minutes to clean it out. Um, two of the others I rented for the month, and 2 of them were already cleaned out. One of them we didn't video. We thought it was going to be mostly trash, and it actually wound up being a really good locker. I wish we had videotaped it. I'm going to be showing some of the stuff we found in it. The main reason I bought that one is it had a bunch of shelving racks and stuff that I need for getting myself organized. And that was the main reason I even bought the unit. I paid $10 for it, and my wife's mad at me because I overpaid for the unit because I could have got it for 5 because nobody else bid on it. Everybody else walked away. um, but I got this 2 terabyte hard drive, and here in about 20 minutes, I'm going to be giving it away to somebody in the chat. So, y'all stay tuned to the end, and I'm going to give that away to somebody just to say thank y'all for coming to our live tonight. Yeah, everybody, make sure y'all subscribe to everybody that was involved in our collab last week. This was a fun experience. I got to meet Because She Shed, Life After, Crocker's Lockers, and of course Jeremy Hales and George, and also Justin Grimes. It was a really, really fun experience for me. My family, we had a great time. We went thrifting. And I don't do thrifting, guys. In fact, most of the best picks our team had was my wife, and she's not in the business, but she's one of the best pickers we got. So I love her picking. She picks some really great stuff. She does garage sales and she'll pick stuff. She'll pick stuff at the thrift stores. Me, I go buy in bulk. I'd rather go spend $70 on a locker than $70 thrifting because I can get 100 times more stuff. But it's hit or miss on whether I'm going to have the value in there. So I know what you mean, Maureen. I'm kind of the same way. I pretty much quit everything except for smoking, and I'm working on that. So, um, reading up on the chat a little bit. Uh, does anybody have any questions? Yeah, I'm glad I was able to get there, Brian. It was really, really hard to twist my wife's arm. Basically, I told her I just got invited to go to Justin Grimes. She said, "Okay, let's go." It was really awesome. Again, I gotta say thanks to Fat Man the Flipper because he invited us to come in on their live and take over, and that's what got me and Grimes connected. And if I hadn't had that exposure, I wouldn't have gotten connected with Grimes, and I wouldn't have made it up there. So, Alex, thank you so much if you're still here. I know he was here earlier. How many do we have? Not that many. Still, this has been a fun experience tonight. Thank you guys for showing up. Does anybody have any questions or anything? No. All right. I went through those faster than I thought. Yeah, she's been good. We did have to take the kids. The kids got a little cranky and fussy towards the end of the day, so they wound up not going to dinner with everybody, but that was okay. Um, there's a lot of them, but most of the facilities around here have gone to online auctions. So a lot of my units I've been buying through storage treasures. I look at some on Locker Fox, but so far the ones I've been interested in have all been on storage treasures. I've seen a few on Locker Fox I was interested in, but I haven't won any on Locker Fox yet. Most of ours, we're actually not in Austin. We're south of Austin in Lockhart. We're kind of between Austin and San Antonio. My wife's name is Jessica. She's in the chat as Prosperous Caregivers. But we're just south of Austin. We go between Austin and San Antonio. And we look at units, and I mean, I got my radius up for 120-mile radius around here. It basically covers most of the Texas Hill Country, which is what we are. That's what they call this, is the Hill Country, because there's lots of hills and ups and downs around here. What's your best find doing storage lockers? Mostly it's been small stuff because I've been buying small units. This is probably, honestly, this locker that I just was going through, these computer stuff, that's probably one of my biggest finds. I still haven't gotten the picture that we got at the stolen treasures locker. I haven't got that picture appraised yet. So if that picture is worth what the story said it was, that would be my biggest find. But I don't think it is. I think it might be worth a couple $100 at most, but still only paid $30 for the unit. So, um, yeah, to make money, you need a lot of volume, and you gotta find a way to get rid of a lot of volume. That's why I go to the flea markets, because I can go on eBay, but I don't move volume on eBay. I sell some of the nicer stuff, but some of it's slow sales, some of it's quick sales. I gotta go to the flea markets, and I gotta go out there to really move volume, and a lot of it's going dirt cheap, but it's moving. Um, and that's one of the things I have to do. I'm trying to get into some better flea markets, but I had to uh, get some legal things set up. I've already done the applications. I'm just waiting for all the paperwork to process. So, because certain flea markets require certain things that other flea markets don't around here. So, the one that I go to the most doesn't require some of the legal stuff to be set up before I start selling. And it's just a few miles down the road, but it also doesn't quite get the traffic, and it's not as high a quality of a flea market. But there's some better flea markets around here I'm trying to get into, but I'm waiting on some legal issues to get worked out so that I can go. Huh? What? How long have I been doing what? Oh, the storage lockers? Um, let's see. I started watching What the Hales in January. We started around it wasn't that long ago. It was just a few months. Um, I'm thinking like it was like late summer, so it was like August, September. I think it was August was when we actually went out and bought our first locker. I sell on eBay mainly and Facebook Marketplace. Uh, I just I've started up Poshmark. I haven't sold anything there yet. I've only got a couple of items listed there so far. That's actually one of the things I'm going to do with some of the designer clothes and shoes that we got out of this unit. Is I'm going to be listing a lot of that stuff on Poshmark to test their system out. Uh, do you have flea market videos? I haven't done any flea market videos yet. I did a couple of little bursts from the flea market that I went through right here the last time I went. But it was that one. The last time I went out was a really bad weekend. So I wound up. I did better on Saturday, but between both Saturday and Sunday, I only made like 150 bucks that weekend. But it had been bad weather all week, and just nobody showed up. Most of what I sold was to other resellers. Can you sell at the flea markets all year round in Austin? Most of them, there's a lot because we have fairly decent weather year round, so it just depends on the weather that weekend. Um, the downside is, unlike like the crews out in California, they're going to the flea markets like 5-6 days a week. Our flea markets are only open on the weekend. Were you able to match your income from previous jobs? Sorry for the cursing. At HTK Flippers. Oh, I didn't notice you cursing, HTK. Um, Match it? No, I got really, really close whenever I decided it was. But at the time, I was also only doing this 15 hours a week and making almost as much money as I was making at my previous job. And it doesn't take me much to surpass the previous job because I was only making $35,000 a year at my job before I left the prison. So I wasn't matching it when I left. I'm working on building it up. But I also, there's two major things that are why I was able to take a pay cut for a little while to start my business on my own. I did it sooner than I wanted to. I wanted to get to where I was at least exceeding my income, but there were some changes going on in the prison system that I couldn't deal with. But the thing was, I was only working 15 hours a week and making almost as much as I was making at the prison in 15 hours a week. And I was like, if I can apply myself and do this full time, then I can do it. But I've also, since I left the prison, I've been doing a lot of work, but it hasn't all been sales related. But I've got a ton of stuff now to where I've got some things set up to sell faster and better. So it wasn't doing the sales immediately. So that's part of why I'm like, well, I'm not making the money I was, but I'm going to. I know I'm going to. I've got the pieces of the puzzle in place now to where within the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'm probably going to make more money than I was making in my previous job. Yes, autocorrect. I've looked at Etsy. I've got Let Go actually on my phone. I just haven't used it yet. That's the thing. There's so many apps out there. I think that's part of where people are talking about eBay's going down. Some of it may be changes in eBay. Of course, I wasn't on eBay very long before all this started, so I don't know. But some of it's just there's more competition now. 10 years ago, eBay didn't have any competition. Everybody went to eBay for everything. Now there's so much competition out there. There's so many other selling platforms out there that eBay's losing business because they're going elsewhere. So, and I'm going to be trying. I'm testing different systems, but one of the things I learned a long time ago is you test one system, you test it thoroughly, you learn it, then you move on to the next one. I've been testing things with eBay. I've been learning things with eBay. Now I'm working on building up my eBay store. Part of it is I got a sizable limit increase on eBay, so now I can do this. And I'm going to build up my eBay store to about 250 people. You got to realize when you start a brand new eBay store, which I just started mine in September, you can only list 5 to 10 items a month. I did that in like the first hour I was on eBay. And then I had to sit around for a month and wait for them to raise my limits. And you have to go through these gradual limit increases to get it up. And I actually had to call eBay, explain to them what I was doing, and they gave me a fairly sizable limit increase all in one chunk. But I had been selling on there for a few months before they would do that. So now I've got the space on my eBay, but I've got to have the time, and that's what I'm working on. I was going to do that last week, and then I bought all those lockers, and then I was out of town up at Grimes's. So that's what I'm going to be working on this week is getting stuff listed on eBay. I've been working on that today. I'm going to be working on some more tomorrow, and I'm just going to be rolling out stuff on eBay to get it built up. Yes, Prosperous Caregivers is my wife. That's Jessica. Prosperous Caregivers is our other channel. It's kind of inactive right now, but that's where we talk about raising a disabled child and help families of disabled kids with financial planning. One of the things that really, really helped us a lot when we started this journey and to be able to take a pay cut is we have no bills. We have our household expenses, and that's it because we have no debt. The only debt we have is the mortgage on our house. And that's because we were following Dave Ramsey's plans. That's one of the things that got us started in doing this is one of the things Dave Ramsey teaches is sell so much stuff your kids think they're next. And that's what we were doing. So we were selling our own stuff. We were getting rid of stuff. And then we started buying other people's stuff to sell. Yes, Prosperous Caregivers is my wife, Granny Doe. She's got our daughter, our older son who's 18 has the baby right now. He's taking care of him for us so that I could go live. So I'm about to wrap it up here in just a few minutes. If there's, I already answered that. Yeah, my wife is a huge help on the sales. She's selling stuff out of our house. I mean, she doesn't even have to leave the house if she's sitting here selling stuff. Because we got with our daughter and everything, we have nurses and a therapist and all these people coming in and out of the house all day to do stuff with her. And people come in, they don't even know what we're doing. And she starts showing them the stuff that we've got for sale, and they're walking out with stuff and leaving their money behind. We got nurses that are calling. She's as soon as we find stuff, she's like, "Oh, I know somebody that needs that," and she's on the phone calling people. Hey, you need this, you need that. And I mean, we had a unit a few weeks ago. We bought a unit for $10. It was a couch and a bedroom suite. She sold the bedroom suite before it was even loaded in the truck. She already had it sold. So, so that's been a huge help. Um, That's great, Brian. Yeah, we still have the mortgage. We're working on that. That's one of the things. And if this really takes off, one of our goals is to pay off the mortgage within the next 2 to 3 years, and then we'll be just down to nothing except for like our basic utilities and stuff. And that's the way I built my business. I just cash flowed. Everything has been cash flowed. We bought a trailer with cash. Everything, all of our lockers we pay with cash. I don't even have a credit card. I don't use a credit card. I don't need a credit card for anything. Um, I don't have any debt at all except for this house. That's great, Granny Doe. And that's kind of what we do with the prosperous caregivers is we actually help other families with special needs kids with getting out of debt and with budgeting and with being able to uh, move themselves forward. That's what that whole channel is about. I'm going to be revamping that channel and probably building that channel after I get this one built up and stabilized. We kind of stopped because of some of the child things, so we have to replan how we're doing it and how we're approaching it so that we don't get caught up in all the COPA stuff going on. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here in just a minute, guys. Make sure when you leave here that we go over to Grimes Finds. He's premiering. He and Jeremy spent what I think he said like 7 hours yesterday breaking into a 500-pound safe, and he's premiering the video at 8 o'clock right after we do our live. So make sure you guys go over and check out Grimes Finds. Yeah, she's a great salesperson. I'm not. I said this on my video the other day. I'm not a great salesman. I mean, I try to sell and I get out there and I'll get out there at the flea market, but honestly, she's the better salesman out of the two of us. And she'll sit here and she'll sell stuff all day long, and she loves it. Of course, she'll be over there at the grocery store trying to sell people the stuff in the grocery store. That's a good motto to live on, Brian. I love that. Don't buy more than you can afford and don't owe anyone. That's a good way to live your life. A lot of people don't learn that until it's too late. Thank you, Granny. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate y'all's support. This was a really, really fun and exciting time tonight. But honestly, she's the better salesman out of the two of us. No, I'm still here.
I can't see you.
I'm on this one. This is the live chat.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, that's Jessica. You gotta look at the camera, not at the picture. You can't. You're waving to the picture.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry.
All right. That's my wife trying to say hi, and she's waving at the picture instead of at the camera. So, yes, this has been fun. I'm really glad y'all came out and supported us. Thank you guys for watching our videos, for liking our videos, for subscribing to our channel. We really, really appreciate everything you guys do. I am going to do this giveaway right now. We're going to pick somebody out of the chat. We're just going to randomly look. I'm going to close my eyes and randomly pick somebody out of the chat. Everybody say something in the chat so I can get your name up in there, because I'm going to, everybody that's active in the chat right now, I'm fixing to pick a name that's going to get the 2 terabyte hard drive that we found in this unit. And it does work. I've already checked it out. It's already cleaned. I've already formatted the drive, so there's nothing on it. But it's a good 2 terabyte drive. And I am going to do this blind. So I'm just going to blindfold myself and pointing a name on the chat, and they are going to win this. Something. No, Jessica, you can't win. Storage pilfer. Storage pilfer. I'll message you after the chat and get your information. Just send me an email, storagescavenger@gmail.com with your contact information, and I will put this in the mail to you. So, all right, guys, I'm going to cut it off here. Make sure you go over to Grimes Finds. Check out his premiere that's fixing to start here in just a couple of minutes. Thank you guys for coming. We love y'all, and we'll see y'all next time.